Hey everybody, this is Coach Tyra Woodruff, the Mind Reset Coach, coming to you out of my home office here this evening in Holiday, Florida. And I just watched a video. I got my daily email from Ray Higdon, and he did a blog post about Sucky Uplines. And I wanted to touch on the subject and talk about it a little bit with you guys. Yes, you're gonna, it's possible that you'll run into somebody that you don't really love as an upline, that things aren't turning out the way you expected, that, you know, maybe you thought they were going to be more interactive or get on the phone with you more, or whatever it is. And you might feel frustrated. It's okay. It's okay. Yes, there are some people out there that suck. There's nothing you can do about that. But the difference is here is whether or not you have decided when you join that network marketing company, that MLM or that internet marketing company, the key thing is here. You've got to remind yourself why you started, what your why is, why you want to work from home, why you want to create an additional $200, $300, $3,000, $30,000 a month. And you've got to go for it, okay? If you already have the tools and there's somebody in your company making money, then your company is probably a good place to make money. Only time that it wouldn't be is if you don't believe in it. Then that's a whole nother video. But right now, I want you to remember this. Not everyone's going to meet your expectations all the time. That goes both ways. When you interview people to come into your business to be your team members, they're going to come in and sometimes they're not going to meet your expectation as well. That's going to happen quite a bit, actually. More often as the sponsor than as the person being sponsored. When you're interviewing a potential sponsor, just know this. There's one major rule I always want you to think about. You're probably going to end up at an event with this person at some point. If you're a go-getter, you're going to an event. You might even be sharing a room with them. You have to at least open your perception up enough to know whether or not you'd want to be on vacation with them. Okay? Or on a cruise or whatever. I'm telling you, this may be a lot. This particular business may be done a lot locally and on the internet. But when you get to the big events, and you've got to be able to deal with that. So if it's somebody that's driving you crazy right off the bat during the interview process, that's not your sponsor, or it's not the person you want to sponsor yourself. Another thing is, sometimes you're going to meet a sponsor that is absolutely not at all what you thought. Maybe even unethical. Maybe you no longer want to introduce people to the team or whatever. You don't have to go invest in another company. You don't have to run off or do anything like that. All you got to do is separate yourself from that person immediately, in whatever way that you're connected with them. If they want to call you on the phone, don't answer the phone. Delete them on Facebook. Separate yourself. Create your own group. Guys, I find this is extremely important. When you're learning things, as you go, you should be reteaching them and bringing that to your people. They resonate with you. And the more that you can teach them, the better things are. The faster they learn. Okay? I'm going to read you something really important out of this book. Now, next thing I'm going to highly suggest, if you don't have GoPro, get it. It's a short read, okay? You can read this 3 times in one day, then go back to it the next day and take your time through it and read the whole thing and underline and asterisk and highlight things that you want. And then next week you can get together with 3 or 4 of your friends or your business partners and you can read it together and study it. I highly suggest that's how you do it. GoPro, Eric Worre, the guy is a genius. And this is on page 29 in one of the chapters. Like any profession, you'll need to learn new skills. And this is what he suggests you do directly after joining a business. And I quote, this is what you say to your sponsor. I want to thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it. Getting into business for myself was important. I appreciate you introducing me to a company that you believe in and that I know I believe in as well. But from now on, when it comes to building my business, I will use you as a resource but never as an excuse. I may call on you from time to time. If you're available, that's great. If you're not, that's okay too. I'm going to build my business and I understand one thing. It begins and ends with me. So, next time you want to complain about your upline, develop the skills that you need to have to be the best line you could have. Be the best upline you could have. Don't be afraid to learn new things. If something totally overwhelms you, take a step back. Take a deep breath and focus on the one thing that you do know how to do and do it. And then when you get some clarity and it becomes a really habit and you just right away you know, and then you move on to the next skill. You don't have to be overwhelmed. This business is a lot of fun. And if you really get skilled, you'll be able to crunch that time down and crunch that time down. You know, keep your eyes out there on my YouTube channel. I'm constantly trying to share. I'm not trying. I am sharing with you ways in which you can compress time and shorten that learning curve and make your business happier, more successful, and just more enjoyable all around. Okay? One step at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 day at a time. You can do this. This is Coach Tara Woodruff, the Mind Reset Coach, formerly known as the Helpful Entrepreneur, and I will see you soon on the next video. Bye.